with the market, you know, we're more ahead of the market as far as days listing.
Okay.
You know,
I think we're still right, even though it's not over $900 a square foot.
Apparently that's what they get there.
Yeah.
Okay, are we done?
I think we're done, we need help now,
Are you done?
kind of.
Yay! Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you guys found out. Oh, that's what we put our, okay, so we have all three properties pulled up on each of our three different computers.
All three, what do you mean by all three?
We have two comps and
Okay.
the subject property.
All right.
And that was back 12 months.
Okay.
These all sold in, this year.
Okay, so tell me how it went. What'd you do? What'd you figure out? Did you all agree? Did some of you disagree? Was there?
We agree, but we're kind of wondering why the, square footage doesn't equal what it is in the rest of Kihei for a property like Kamaoe Beach Royale. All of Kihei, the average square footage, price per square foot is $682, and for this particular condo, it's coming out at over $900. And there's only two of them that sold this year. One sold for $575, which is over $900, and then $615, which is well over $900.
How many are in the complex?
A lot, I don't know.
So what would be your source for finding out how many units are in the complex?
That, the condo book?
Yes, exactly. So you look through your condo book. And then you can see there are certain
we buy it.
complexes.
Sorry.
That's not me. There are certain complexes that are more desirable. There are certain nuances that make certain complexes more desirable. And if you actually look, see, I like the direction you're going, because that's getting into that refined knowledge, right? How many condos are in that development, and how many are selling every year, right? What's the average selling in there per year, and does that track with Kihei, or are there just not as many sales in there? So it's a more desirable complex, right? Which can affect pricing. So I just want you to see the nuances, right? Maybe, you never know. There are certain complexes that you run stats and you're like, no one sells in there.
Well, and it doesn't look like, this complex has tons of units. It's huge.
It's not huge, it's a big complex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Cam Sands is huge, 420 units.
okay.
Yeah, something, that's,
Maybe that's even the one I'm
Big.
thinking of. I just, looking at these pictures, I just maybe thought it was
yeah, it's a
that
good
one.
size unit, it's a good size complex.
Okay.
It's not tiny or boutique, but it's, yeah, so,
So if they only had 2 sales in the last year,
right, it's not a whole lot.
no.
I know, so how'd it go?
So what all the comps had ocean views varying degrees. The one that sold for $615 had a considerably better ocean view.
How come?
Higher floor,
5th floor.
facing the right direction.
It had a bigger lanai.
Right.
I don't know if they did some sort of a
They might have,
build out.
the camera might have made it look bigger or something.
But the one on ours is
It's
like
bad.
really small, and
Yeah.
you couldn't,
Yeah,
So again, your condo book will tell you where it is, and you can see like, oh, is that a corner one? So it's like
Where do
a
we buy that thing? Where can we buy it?
condo book. Usually they've got them here, they're $50. I'm not sure, ask Cheryl will probably know.
okay.
Yeah.
And then they all three had some renovation, but the other two the 2 comps had better renovation and updates than the subject property.
Oh, they did?
One of them did, one of them did.
Which one?
Well, I
This-
thought they both
The,
did.
Both of them?
the 575 had better kitchen and cupboards,
Yeah.
cabinets were better
Yeah.
than the 615 and the subject property.
Both of them were remodeled this year.
The
Compared
ones
to
that sold?
Yeah, compared
Okay.
to the one that our subject one was, I believe, 2017.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
not fairly newer, but newer.
What range did you come up with?
565
to 580. And we argued about whether 575 should be the top end of the range because prices are reducing and that one sold, but that one sold in 37 days, 575.
At full price,
At full
575.
price. So it's priced right, or even you could push it a little bit higher.
And there's no supply.
And there's no inventory.
no inventory in that complex at least.
Mhm.
Nothing else is
And-
for sale.
And even the 615 sold in 63 days. It was reduced from 650 to 615. And so 63 days is still an awesome
I don't
rate.
believe it was reduced, I believe it was just sold for $615.
Oh, right,
yeah.
okay, sorry,
Yeah.
yes.
Difference in
My
terminology.
mistake.
Yeah, just-
Yeah.
It's a big one, bigger, yeah, definitely.
Just be aware of that, cause it means
Yeah.
that, you know,
Yeah, it's part of negotiation.
yeah, exactly.
Not a price reduction.
Interesting, so 565 to 580. Okay, so I'm gonna ask each of you individually, if you were to tell me, if I'm the seller and I'm like, you tell me exactly what to list it for. Micah, what would you tell me?
I would say 580.
Okay. Devin?
I would say 580.
And do you get to know anything else, like what's your motivation and when do you
No,
wanna
she
know?
said we don't get to know any of that.
I just wanna know, I just wanna praise. We're just basing on the information.
So I would say, 580 with, a regroup in 3 weeks if we're not getting any action.
Okay. So you guys would choose to price it over the comparable that sold at 575,
In 37
and
days.
knowing that we've got negotiation and, you know,
Mm-hmm.
generally if we're in the range. And that sold when?
Who had that?
7, 8,
Okay.
19, July of this year.
And how long are they, so we know that those two were not on the market for very long.
Yeah.
They sold pretty quickly.
Right, and there's nothing else on the market, these are sold.
Right.
We looked at actives and pendings too, so it's the only thing on the market.
Nice, and we're gonna ask for a price reduction, how fast?
3 weeks,
Okay, so,
depending on activity.
right. You guys did great, nice job, I think your price is fine. It's a little high to start, but just because we're seeing things reduce, but I didn't see a problem with starting there. I would start there too, only I would ask for a reduction in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, because it's a $580,000 condo, that's entry level for vacation rental.
Mm-hmm.
$500,000 is about entry level for vacation rental, and we'll know right away.
Oh, but we didn't take that into consideration.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So that's
that
something I would
wasn't,
do
that
is-
wasn't a no.
Yeah, I would do it faster, because we'll know so quick on these
Mhm.
vacation rentals, yeah.
Okay,
We'll get previews, we'll get conversations, people will be calling us, we'll be getting
Yeah.
traction
You'll
and
know
action. We
in
will
3
know
weeks, period.
quickly, and I don't want that, so that chart is really pretty close to what would be happening with this,
okay.
even though it's a little longer on the market.
So is that why they get these prices, cause they're vacation rentals?
Yeah, vacation rental is gonna be, you can get the same place in a 2-bedroom for about 100,000 less if it wasn't vacation rental.
Got it, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't, wasn't thinking about it.
So do you guys search any complexes other than that one?
We didn't, but we looked at, info sparks in Kihei, as you know.
Yeah.
To see what the general price per square foot is.
And that was great, I was glad you guys went there, I was like, oh, they're gonna go to InfoSparks at least once, right? Okay, so
How would we know, without having gone to the condo and knowing the condo more intimately than we do, which other condos we would go to for comps?
so you would, first of all, if someone called me and said, can you be here at 2 o'clock tomorrow, I'd say, yep, and then I'd drive my butt over to that complex and walk the whole
Yeah,
complex.
yeah.
And then and then go to other ones.
And I do complexes there, so I would probably know some that are kind of comparables, plus I can look on the MLS and just do a search.
Mhm.
Vacation rental, South Kihei, which I'm only gonna know by the map, going to the map, you know,
Okay.
that's the other thing, North Kihei versus South Kihei, totally different price range. So I would go in there, I would say, okay, I've got how many actives between this price and this price for 1 bedroom, 1 bath. And I would do 1 bedroom, 1 bedroom, no 2 bedrooms. So minimum and maximum would be 1 bedroom, minimum and maximum would be 1 bathroom. I need to know my comps, and then I'd see the other prices. So
Where do you search vacation rentals on Paragon?
Thank you for asking. I'll tell you about LT too, because I want you guys to know about that. Go to the search, go to criteria. Short-term
Oh,
rental
short-term
allowed,
rental.
and that would be a yes. And you also need to know about lease term. Doesn't apply as much if you're doing Kihei condos, but if you're doing Lahaina,
Mm-hmm.
gotta know lease term, fee or leasehold, because there's a big difference between the prices. Nice, how'd you guys feel about that?
It's not hard when it's a condo, and there's a lot of others that are exactly 580 square feet,
Yeah.
just like it, and
Yes.
that makes a big difference.
And that's why I like to give you a condo just to kind of give you an idea, like, look, it's the same, and yet there's still nuances, right? So it's not all the same, there's things to know still. All right, so page 27, putting it all together. Action plan, prepare for your next class, and recall and remember. So we're gonna do a recap of all assignments from today. We're gonna whip through this because we have 11 minutes, and I wanna get you out of here on time. All right, so, completing your daily 10-4, are you guys using the 10104.com tracker?
No.
Okay, that's a great tracker. Call it the radio station, 104.com. Yeah, and that's gonna be your tracker. Enter your numbers into your tracker. So these are things that you're going to do before next session, which is next Tuesday. Practice pulling comparatives for different properties. Practice your pricing and objections scripts, and complete your mission for the next class. And add on the bottom, watch the video from last class, because that is a fabulous video. All right, so preparing for your next class on the next page. So page 28, prepare for your next class by completing the mission prior to the next scheduled Ignite Power session. So you've got a few different things to read and look at if you look down at working your listings. So read KWLS syndication, create or enter a listing in the KWLS. There's what you were talking about. Create a green sheet when your listing is in KWLS. We are still using green sheets, although they are looking to go goodbye with command.
Oh, I see a green sheet down here.
Yeah, I'm on number 4.
What's a green sheet, and where do we find it?
A green sheet is online, and that's gonna explain to you about it, and then we'll talk about it at next class, but a green sheet is basically where it's kind of like your information to the market center that you've got an escrow closing, right? So you're letting them know you've got something coming up, and here's all the statistics and info on it. Like I said, eventually that's gonna transition into command, but it's still a green sheet at this point. Watch Staging the Home 3-video series. So that's number 4. I just pointed that out because it's the one with the arrows. So you guys want to make sure you do those. Number 1, complete your daily 10-4, write your notes, report out, bring a supply of note cards, business cards, and stamps or handwritten notes. Number 2, extend your learning, practice scripts with a partner. Super important. You guys won't sound like a robot if you talk to somebody else sometimes and go through it, I swear. Gather your tools. Create a list of names to call in Power Session 6. Real play and bring to class. Download, prepare for your open home checklist for sellers. I don't know oh, you should be able to click on that. I think that's a click. Is it, because they're so small?
It's small and
So pull it up online and you'll be able to see it, and then you'll be able to click on them. Follow up with the previous power session, complete activities from the action plan in the previous power session. All right. Page 29, your turn, prepare. All right, so you guys are gonna prep your call list for next class. Real play calls will be made in the next class, and maintain notes will be written to all those you call in class. And I'm bringing notes next time, so you guys can't use that excuse. You can use my note cards. Write myself a note. Good. Okay. All right. Page 30. So recall and remember. What is it important? Why? Why is it important to properly price a home to sell?
Right, filling these out?
Yep.
so it's
Yeah.
why is it important? So it sells in the right amount of time.
All right, what did we get for that one? Why is it important to properly price a home to sell?
Get the best price in the shortest time.
It's short and sweet, I like it. What else?
So it doesn't get stale.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, so it stays with the same amount of time as the market fluctuates.
I like it. Yep. they said a well-priced home creates interest, attracts buyers, generates showings, and produces offers, all very quickly. So basically what you guys said. What are the 4 factors that drive price?
You mean in the market or for each house?
We're talking, so, it's on page 12.
Yeah. Oh, on page 12.
Condition, location, market direction.
So this is pricing, so this is, the following factors come into play when looking for comparable properties. So what are the 4 factors that drive price? So, location, definitely.
The market, presentation.
Condition, yes, that would be presentation, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Amenities.
Amenities, and the last one is
Market.
size.
Size.
Yep.
And you don't mark the condition of the market?
No, these are 4, no, because what you need to know is, that's for future. Right now, we need a price for today.
Okay.
We just need to know what's gonna happen if we don't get that price today. Does that make sense? Like if we don't price for today, what's the effect of that going to be?
Okay, so this question isn't about the 4 factors that drive price in the market, it's what
It's the 4
drives
factors that drive
per
price
house.
on that property, right, which you need to take into consideration.
Well, okay, I mean, I would still argue that, if being aware of what's going on with the market, if it's headed up or down, or inventory, which is
So-
a market condition.
What you guys just did was price with comparable properties that have similar size, location, condition, and amenities.
Mhm.
And we looked at
Those
how
are the
long they
4
were on,
factors.
okay, but we also looked at how long they were on the market
Right,
And where the
and
market
other
is
things.
Right.
We looked at the market as well,
right, but you were coming up with a price for today.
based on what's happening in the market.
Yes, no, based on,
Sticking
no,
to it.
no, based
Sticking
on
to
the
it.
conditions of that property. All you can do with your comparables, you can check what's going on with the market but if I get an offer tomorrow, the market is not going to affect my offer tomorrow.
But what's happened
It's gonna
between the
affect-
last comp and today, if that's.
Yes.
And in the
Of
last
course.
3
So
months,
that's what she
if
means.
prices are coming down, if there's a lot more reductions, then that's a valuable thing to know. And it has to do with the market. So, we don't wanna
Okay.
get caught chasing it down.
True, very true. What is important about the window of opportunity?
Happens
Write
quick.
that down. When you're done, look up and smile at me. All right, that was a smile?
Yeah.
There you go, that's a smile. All right, what'd you guys get? What is important about the window of opportunity?
It's crucial to get it right within the right timing to avoid chasing the market.
For sure. What'd you get, Michael?
Pretty much to attract offers and buyers within that time frame, or else your listing is gonna go stale.
So true.
I thought about it too. It's like if people see that your house been on the market for a while, you're gonna wonder why without asking any questions. So I feel like if you see a house that's been on the market for 2 years, you're gonna think, oh, there must be something wrong with the house, or
Yep.
something's not right about it.
So when we finish, when the class is over, if you guys wanna stay, I'll go through a really quick pricing thing for you that has a lot to do with exactly what you're talking about, which is a great script to use. All right, and what'd you get, Terry?
The same thing.
Same thing? All right. So why is a CMA important, guys?
The only way to find out what's happening in that area, in that style house, and that size.
Yep. Why else?
The price factor.
Yep.
It helps the sellers also give them an idea of what's going on with the market.
The
There's
expectation.
Yes.
expectations and stuff. Everybody has high expectations, but when you give them hard facts and show them, they understand what you understand.
Agreed. So this says, it is designed to help you walk the seller through the comparative process you went through to arrive at the recommended list price. So you guys were all right? All right. How many new contacts are in your KWE Edge database by the end of Ignite? What have you guys committed to?
Well, I think 200 was the right.
200
But
is
we
the
said
right answer.
1,000.
We said-
I did.
I like that. Overachievers.
200.
Have you even put contacts in the Edge yet, Micah?
I think I have one already.
Okay.
Like,
So,
just a
and I
few.
know you guys are still working on your
Yeah.
scrubbing, so. Okay, all right, so ahas, we're gonna go through ahas real quick. So, all right, so we're gonna go, what are your ahas that you learned today?
But we picked a difficult area to. we're working on.
To do comps for?
Yeah, we're working.
Yeah, because the
Slow
condo
down.
one was so easy. It was really
Right?
just common sense.
Comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a valid point, and what does that teach you? You really need to get good at the market, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we need to get some help too, we need some
Guidance,
guidance.
yeah.
you got it.
The comps are obscure.
All right, behaviors. So how will you translate your ahas into concrete changes in your behavior?
I might start thinking about mine instead. Driving over there and see what it's like.
What's your aha, Micah?
As far as
Class today.
class today,
Yeah.
just better understanding all the websites and everything, and InfoSparks really helped a lot. I haven't used it, I haven't played around with it too much, and
Good.
also just building leads was, just going through your contact list, which I haven't done so yet. And
Yeah.
just finding leads that you would never thought was gonna be a lead at one point, just.
It's always the people you think it's not going to be. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I get on the phone and I'm calling 25 people and it's the 3 that I'm like, should I call them? And then I call them and sure enough, yeah, my sister's looking by me. It's like every time. It's so funny. Good for you. So what's the behavior you're going to put into place regarding that aha?
Basically, just don't be afraid, don't hesitate when,
Good.
take the chance. The worst is that they're gonna say no, they're not interested, not yet at least, or,
Right.
in the near future, at least they're gonna be thinking of you when the time comes when they wanna look to buy.
Exactly. Top of mind. We call it top of mind. Yep. Nice. Okay, so tools. So what are the tools you're going to use to do that activity? How are you gonna get better? Like we were talking about, Micah. How are you gonna get better at doing that?
I feel like working on scripts and, know who you're talking to. I feel like it plays a big role. You can't go with the same script to everybody. You gotta know how to approach them,
Right.
depending on, I don't know, just in general, saying you're not gonna go up to a different person with the same script and say
Right.
the same words and everything, and just like that, and
So scripts, that's your tools.
scripts, and just making them feel, I feel like with the note cards, I feel like is a great thing, because it makes you feel special in a way, that
Yeah.
you're actually reaching out to them, whereas everybody gets, those pre-approved credit cards and they throw it in the trash, whereas personal note would go a lot farther, I feel like.
Yeah. That's the benefit of junk mail. You stand out.
Yeah.
All right, and accountability. So who's going to hold you accountable? Everybody in this room has a coach, so that's great. Go to your coach, say I'm going to get better at this. Hold me accountable to that. All right, achievement. So think of the results you want to achieve. What are you doing to get there? What do you have? And what will you do? Big question. All right, so for you guys on page 32 is enhance your learning. So here's things that you can do to move you forward, which is awesome. And then the last few pages are CMA scripts. So I would check out the scripts, see what you like, see what feels right to you, and then you guys are done. Well done. That was an important